they're posting, see what they're doing, and it's going to require X amount of time. You guys may want to look at an intern or whatever that may be, right?
Aaron, question for you during this.
Yeah.
John, when you set these up for different municipalities, do you ever look at the demographics prior to set up to
Boy.
see?
Yeah.
Because our demographics, I think, are different than what I think most people realize here. And I get that because my wife works for the township and she deals with the seniors. The seniors have a phone, and one of their kids set it up so they can just go right to the Facebook page. But going to the village page is a whole nother issue.
Yeah, no, I've heard that too. Well, and that's why it comes back.
Should we be realistic about our audience? Probably people who are not computer literate are not our social media targets. We have other ways of getting through to them. Wouldn't you agree?
Well, yes, I would agree with you. And we have that information. So I'm on the page right now and I'm in insights and in people. If we look 39, 40, 53% of our audience is between the age of 25 and 54. 15% of our audience is above the age of 55. So when we can, like, some of this is going to require us to break down who are the people following us right now. Of our 3,900, 3,700 people, only 1,480 live in the town of Hampshire. Like, we have 71 people from Chicago, 51 from Marengo. We have people from all over. Now, they may not have updated their address, right? But there are things on here we should pay attention to. Like, we have 46 people that follow us that list Spanish as their first language. Should we do some posts that are in Spanish and not just in English? Should we do some type of translation service in this, right? So
is there some kind of a program, Aaron, where any one of us could type English and it converts it to Spanish?
You can
have that on my phone.
You can do a Google Translate. The hard part is it doesn't translate conversationally, and sometimes if it doesn't translate correctly, you could be seen as
insensitive,
or using Google Translate. Usually it's better to have have a person that could help you and say, hey, we'd like to translate this. Here's what we have. Is this correct? And just vet it with them, right?
I can tell you that Mr. Reed, wasn't it 2 years ago, that the mayor brought up something the council approved, that English will be the only language in our town.
Yeah, we have English as the official language ordinance, I believe it is, and I think that is where we sit today. So I'm not saying.
Aaron, doesn't Facebook interpret for you? I have friends in Italy, contacts in Italy all the time. It just automatically interprets into my.
Yeah, you just hit translate on your own and puts it into whatever your native language is. So it's not something we have to do. I was just putting this out there that I can tell you a couple things. One, the majority of our followers or let's just do our followers, right? I'm looking at this here. Let me share are you guys okay with me sharing a screen?
Yes.
Sure.
Okay. Where the hell am I? Screen number 2. Sorry, Microsoft Teams. I'm getting used to this. Can you see?
It says AK. There it goes.
You on it?
Yep.
Okay. So the majority of our followers, 70% of our followers are women. 29% are men, and the vast majority are women in the ages of 25 to 54. When we start to look at these type of demographics, those are things we should consider when we're putting out information. When we look at like the people reached, it stays the same. People engaged, even more women are engaged. But if we look at skews, so our engagement starts skewing for the 45 and above population compared to our followers. So what this tells me is, if we look at this and we say from 25 to 45, 32% engagement from that group, but our followers account for 49% or 39%, means these people are less engaged. They're kind of observers. They're there. From 55 and above, that only accounts for 15% of our followers, but it's 23% of our engagement. So those that are there they engage with our stuff a lot more, right? So that's why I'm saying sometimes we should, while I agree with Trustee Coate that our demographics may be different and we have to come up with different types of communication, I think we should also be on it, or like talk about the fact of who's actually engaging, who is it that we're having conversations with, what are they saying, things like that, because it is a little different than sometimes what our assumptions may be. And we have all of this data in Facebook.
Yeah. And to answer Trustee Coates' question about, whether it's different languages or, information that's targeted to certain people, absolutely. So in Mundelein, we don't administer the Village of Mundelein's page, but we developed a support local, shop local campaign that is also an economic development. It's not only retention, but attraction campaign. And we translate an element of that into Spanish. We don't translate the whole thing into Spanish, but the campaign Made in Mundelein, Made for You, we translate into Spanish. So it's just a little bit of a hint and a nod, but those in the community, and they have a large Hispanic population, appreciate the nod. So there's lots of ways to, to do something to reach out to particular audiences without alienating other audiences.
Well, is there, see, this is, we put so much focus on the website and we put so much focus on social media, which, okay, that's what the people are doing. And obviously our demographics that's on, as Trustee Kelly just showed us, but what do we do for those people that don't have access to that? How do we reach out to them? How do we ensure that they know what's going on? We spent most of the evening talking about, engaging, people so that they have all the right information, which is accurate, but what services are in place, or what services are even out there for like robocalling in times of emergency, or like, because just because, somebody has a cell phone doesn't necessarily mean they text. I mean,